Okay, so I've tried to record this video, I don't know, 4 different times, including this attempt, but Kim Petras keeps on dropping new music, and it's absolutely insane. So instead of doing a traditional kind of reviewy analytical thing, I've decided that I'm going to try to rank these singles and talk a little bit about why I put them in their certain rankings. But before I talk about which songs I like the most and which ones I didn't really feel with, I want to say that Kim Petras has definitely maintained her streak. She has released 4 really good records that most of your faves wished they could release. I also want to acknowledge the fact that she had to go on Twitter to tell her stans to kind of back off from criticisms. I think that a lot of fans who were expecting Era 1 level bops were disappointed in the change of soundscape. I stand behind her statement though. I do think that this is the time for her to grow and evolve, and the 4 tracks that she's released really showcase her ability to mold her voice and fit any soundscape she wants to fit in, so kudos to her for that. Okay, so number 4, my least favorite track, but I still like it nonetheless, is Broken. It was a little bit hard deciding on this one, but eventually after the other 3 tracks released, I just decided I didn't really vibe with it that much. I'm gonna preface this decision on saying that I became a fan of Kim because I did not like the current soundscape of pop music. It's really dreary and sad and SoundCloud rappery. I'm not really vibing that much into the chill energy, the chill sad energy. So when the song dropped, even though you can feel the pain in her voice, the lyrics are relatively sharp and good, and the chorus design is wonderful when she yells hearted after broken. It's really well done. I just felt like this one was too much of a lean into what's hot and clearly an attempt to chart and or grab some attention. And it's a really well-made effort, and it showcases that Kim is really talented and can even make dreary pop sound really good. And I don't really hate the song. I'm just not a big fan. Okay, so coming in at number 3 has to be Got My Number, which initially I would have put as number 1, but I've come around on the song a little bit. It was definitely the one that grabbed my attention and the attention of people who loved Era 1, and that's why I had to rank it a little bit low. I really like the energy from the opening of the track to its closing, where they say secure the bag and all these other, stan Twitter gay meme stuff. I just found that really energetic, and it's definitely a song that you play before you go out to party or be a bad bitch, but I really did enjoy it on my first few listens. I still definitely stream it, and it's definitely one of the stronger ones. I just feel like it's almost like a mastered retread of previous tracks. I do enjoy it for what it is, and it's really poppy, but it doesn't really say anything new about Kim, which is something that I did like about Broken in some extent. And finally, I'm going to talk about my top 2, which I'm just doing a cop-out at this point. I think Blow It All and Sweet Spot are her 2 strongest tracks. They ironically came out during the same weekend, and I think this is the kind of direction that Kim wants us to see her in. I think these 2 tracks are more indicative of the direction the album will take than the previous 2 are. And I can confidently say that because of how excited she seemed to post both of the tracks, as well as the reception I've been seeing on multiple pop forums and on Twitter. I do think that these 2 tracks are what we expect to see as an evolution and an extension of Kim's artistry. Blow It All is the quintessential pop ballad. I love its energy. It reminds me a lot of We Can't Stop, not necessarily by sound, but the energy that is felt in the song. Blow It All feels like an emotional journey in some ways. I don't know how to describe it, but it's the type of song that could be the soundtrack of your life, like a really good night or a really good moment. You put that shit on and it sticks with you. There's something nostalgic but also new about it, and I don't know how to really extrapolate why I feel that way. I feel like it's the combination of the lyrics, the way that her voice melds into the instrumental so well, in a way that we haven't necessarily seen before, and also just really the gravitas of the track and the meaning behind it. I don't know. I just really like it a lot. The other track that I would rank definitely up there and almost conclusively stole number one was Sweet Spot. I think Sweet Spot, even though it's relatively the newest track, I mean, it just came out this past Sunday, I think that track is exactly what I wanted to hear from Kim, and I didn't even know I wanted that kind of song from Kim until I heard it. It has an instrumental that reminds me of early Daft Punk, but it also, it's a quintessential pop song. Really solid verses, hook, pre-choruses. I don't know, I just really like this one track. I just hate saying generic statements, so I'm kind of gonna go deeper into why I think Sweet Spot is such a nice surprise and a different sound for Kim. And can we talk about that woo-ah at the end? I feel like that one's her best one yet. There's just something so magical about it. The way it really... It's just integrated in a way that's just really neat, and it's kind of like a signature to remind you, bitch, I did that. Such a good track. I really can't put my finger on it. It's not even nostalgic. It's just like, wow, this is a pop moment. And I would totally love to see a live performance of this or some sort of promo for it, maybe a music video, even more so than the other three tracks. In conclusion, I just want to say that ultimately, Kim did live up to the promises that she put forth. She said that she would save pop music or at least contribute something that really speaks volumes to the everlasting nature of the genre. This sounds very superlative and super early and just stan mania craziness or whatever. You guys might think I'm exaggerating, but I really do think that these 4 tracks solidify her place as a potential future leader in the popscape. Not just within the current fan base, but just at large. I think that she has a very bright future ahead of her, not only as a singer, but also as a songwriter. And I'm not quite sure if she's going to release more music moving forward, or if this was just a really brief release bomb to see what sticks and what works for the second album. But so far, so good, I really look forward to hearing what is next from her and seeing that album 1 completed, pressed, and printed. I can't wait to buy a copy, and I can't wait to see what it ends up being like. And I can't say that for a lot of other new pop girls, but I can say it for Kim Petras. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. I'm so sorry this one took forever, and I'm really sorry about not getting to Marina or FKA Twigs yet, though I have reconfigured those video scripts into more comprehensive breakdowns of not only their new stuff, but their careers, and I will get those out eventually. Once again, thank you so much. Subscribe, follow my socials, add me on Apple Music, comment with your thoughts about Kim's new era. I look forward to responding and maybe fighting some of you guys on my picks. Thank you so much again for listening to me talk about pop. This is really therapeutic for me, and thanks. Cool.